Alright, so apparently in the 90s, some geniuses decided to mix Jurassic Park and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Something's really rocking on planet number 3.
Extreme Dinosaurs was a show that lasted for about 4 months in 1997, and like Quack Pack, I have never seen. And despite what I said, it's actually a spin-off of Street Sharks, another show I've never seen. Alright, let's take a look at the plot synopsis on Wikipedia. A group of dinosaurs are transformed into super warriors by interdimensional criminal Argor Zardock, but rebel against him and fight his second group of warriors called the Raptors, who want to cause global warming. If this show is not as amazing as what I'm imagining in my head, then I am blowing up the entire state of Arkansas. This is Night of the Living Pumpkins. Wait, didn't that happen in the last marathon? I'll say this, the opening is my new favorite opening of all time. It deserves all of the Emmys. So we start on some island where we see a pterodactyl watching 3 other dinos before hopping out.
Bullseye, quit horsing around.
Oh man! You guys recognize me!
You supposed to be Rambo? Oh my god, a dinosaur dressed as Rambo. I mean, there's only so much testosterone I can handle.
Bullseye, this is not the time or the place.
What do you mean? Halloween's only 3 weeks away!
Celebrating a holiday weeks in advance. This show was ahead of its time. Alright, so these 4 here are T-Bone, Spike, Stags, and Bullseye, which sound like wrestling names. And of course this show had a wrestling episode. Of course it did. I recognize a couple of the voice actors. T-Bone is Scott McNeil, and Stags is Sam Vincent. So, what are those raptors up to this time?
If the raptors start pumping lava out of this volcano, there might not be a Halloween.
Of course!
I don't understand. According to my readings, the raptor should be right here.
So Sam Vincent's character is the tech specialist. Man, Sam, you really were typecast as the nerdy ones.
We must have fallen hundreds of feet.
And somehow aren't all dead or even mildly injured. They come across some prehistoric plant life, but the raptors show up and we get a fight scene. Well, actually not really, because they expose lava.
We did it!
Quick, widen that hole!
How? If he goes near it, he'll burn to death. Bullshit. The tree roots unleash some green gas as the raptors run away. We then cut to this blue elf woman. Let me just check here. This is Chidra Bodzak, an alien who acts as their mentor. The more I find out about this show, I'm pretty sure every person working on it was on meth. But the dinos come back, and they ain't acting normal.
Second verse, but a whole lot worse.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream.
Oh god, flashbacks to Manos, the Hands of Fate.
What in tarnation is going on?
Who the fuck are you? Porcupine. His name is Porcupine. Actually, that makes total sense. I don't know how I didn't guess that. So something's up with the dinos. For one, Bullseye is thrilled to be wearing a cute bunny outfit, which as we learned yesterday, they'll need if they run into any monsters. So the dinos have been turned into a bunch of sissies, knitting, planting flowers, even making wind chimes. The horror! Meanwhile, the raptors try to find out what the gas stuff is and pour some on the one called Hax, who's voiced by Lee Tokar, who you may remember as the co-writer of In Search of Santa.
Gosh, I love you guys.
So I'm kind of wondering what it does too. Does it make them childish, turn them more feminine, or just make them happy?
Completely lost his mind.
There wasn't much to lose.
I know it's an overused joke, but I like it. So the two realize that with the extreme dinosaurs in this state, they can do anything without any fear of retaliation.
This Halloween, they're in for a real treat. I'll turn them into happy, mindless fools, and they won't care what I do.
So are we gonna get a PG version of Halloween 3? Because that would be freaking awesome. So it turns out that the gas settled into their aggression part of their brains.
Oh, goody! Just enough time to knit you some earmuffs.
It breaks my heart to see them this way.
I hate seeing them happy. The Raptors are putting the microbes into pumpkins to spread across the world. Cheetah finds out where they are, which appears to be somewhere in either Missouri or Arkansas, so I guess my threat of blowing up that state was actually to help save the world. The dinos don't want to fight them, so he sends their 5th member, Hard Rock, while she looks for an antidote.
Can we go trick-or-treating after I'm done, huh? No!
Aw, come on. Why not? You can go as 2 big ugly lizards. Then you won't need a costume.
Oh, come on, man. Fighting is one thing, but insults have no place here.
You wanna play dodgeball?
Dodgeball, the least aggressive sport.
The microbes may not have worked, but I know this does. I call it liquid termite.
I call it acid. The 2 Raptors leave with the pumpkins and Hard Rock nearly gets crushed, but because he's just so manly, he destroys it instead. Meanwhile, Spike is putting coats on his chilies. Anyway, Hard Rock says the pumpkin did nothing when it hit him, so the Raptors' plan might not work.
And tonight, the president is about to lead everyone in a new, and what we hope will become a long tradition.
Well, it is 1997, so if Bill Clinton ended up destroying the human race, it would just make sense. Actually, is that Jerry from Totally Spies? It ends up working and they realize it's activated by heat, which, given the dinos were affected under a volcano, actually makes sense.
Would you looky there? That feller looks like a darn fool.
Porcupine, trust me, presidents will act far more foolish in the future.
We need more pumpkin spitter. I want the whole continent to be as mindlessly happy as President Mason.
Why only North America? I'm pretty sure other countries have tanks. Spike spills something on T-Bone and this causes him to get angry. This gives Cedra an idea.
Hey, what's up with the box? Oh, I think Port took some parts from it for a new invention he's working on.
How could he do that? Oh, I'm so mad I could just...
I love that the way they solve their problem is by making them mad. They successfully piss off all the dinos except T-Bone, who is still mellow. So let's solve that with some good old-fashioned racism.
Not me, you hopeless trilobite!
Well, now that they have all the dinos back.
Now we got us a real job to do.
No kidding. How do we tick off an entire country?
Oh, bullseye, let me count the fucking ways! They pretend to still be affected and ask to help the Raptors with their scheme. And once inside, begin, well, smashing pumpkins.
What are you doing, you Contosaurus?
Oh, I wanted to squeeze some more pumpkins in this shipment. Good idea, yes.
That is actually kind of genius. And their scheme is figured out and we get a fight scene. It's okay, and they neutralize the microbes. They then go off and spray the antidote all over the country, which I guess is easier than pissing everyone off. And they even get to go trick-or-treating.
Aren't you a bit old to be trick-or-treating?
Bitch, I'll eat you. And the Raptors are infected with the microbes because of stupidity.
We get to go trick-or-treating!
That was kind of awesome. Maybe it's just the 10-year-old in me, but damn if I didn't have a fun time watching this. Yeah, you could complain about the toxic masculinity of them being happy and enjoying feminine activities, and that being a bad thing. Sure, it would probably be written differently today, but I don't mind it too much. The story is actually pretty decently written, the bad guy's plan is cool, and I wanted to see how it would end. The Halloween factor is pretty weak though. They have some jack-o'-lanterns and go trick-or-treating at the end, and that's it. And how is that now 2 Night of the Living Pumpkin episodes with no living pumpkins? I'll give the episode a 7 out of 10 and the Halloween factor a 3. If you want some absolute 90s testosterone insanity with a little dash of Halloween, here's a good episode for you. Alright, that clue's gotta be around here somewhere. Alright, what do we got for 1998? Yeah, I never have talked about that show, have I?
When Bullseye comes hopping home again, hurrah, hurrah. When Bullseye comes hopping home again,
We need these guys back to their old selves.